ERC, quality service since 1972, repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Hello, this is James Spann. You've clicked onto the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday morning, the 18th day of July, getting set for the weekend. The weather here relatively quiet, but the tropics are very interesting. Let's peek out the window. Early this morning, what do you say? There's a look at the mighty Tennessee River as seen from the Skycam up in Decatur and Morgan County. Note the days are indeed getting a little shorter now, as it's getting darker and darker here at 5 o'clock as we get deeper into summer. There's a look at the Inverness Skycam looking out over Highway 280 over North Shelby County and southern Jefferson. And down to the south in Dallas County, there is the historic Edmund Pettus Bridge crossing the Alabama River. Around the nation this morning, Alabama kind of in between systems, a surface boundary up north with active storms there and a tropical type system just east of Savannah, Georgia. But around here, the chance of rain looks pretty small the next few days. Showers out there, yeah, we could see some, but they should be few and far between, and accordingly, not much showing up on the QPF map. Heaviest rain up north and on the South Atlantic coast with our tropical system. I can take a wide look at the Atlantic. First off, there's a look at Bertha, the storm that just won't go away. This thing is tenacious, as NHC uses in their morning forecast package. What is this, day 16 of that thing? And it's moving out into the North Atlantic, but still looking pretty good. And there's our homegrown system just off the southeast coast of the United States. Looks like a little central dense overcast forming. There's a closer shot there. And, this thing sure looks like it's getting its act together. And as long as that thing stays offshore, it might become a tropical storm. Who knows, this might become a hurricane if it can stay offshore. There's a look at the modeling on this. This is officially 96L now, and you can see the models kind of have it running up the coast of the Carolinas and then just offshore to the northeast, maybe skirting Cape Cod. So it all depends on the proximity to land, but we'll keep an eye on that. Certainly the immediate impact is heavy rain for the coastal plain of the Carolinas in the short term. Got a lot of things happening in the Caribbean. We've got the disturbance moving into Central America. That will not have time to develop, but boy, old 94L looking pretty good, huh? Well to the south of Puerto Rico and Hispaniola, and it looks like it's staying far enough to the south of that shearing to really flare some convection this morning. And let's take a look at the modeling on that. This is the latest model batch. This is the 06Z set. Agreement pretty good as the models take it across the Yucatan. Of course, it will weaken there if it develops. There'll be a period of weakening. Then it comes back out over the Bay of Campeche, and the thing hooks up in the general direction of far south Texas, maybe around Brownsville next week. Now, this has everybody a little excited on the central Gulf Coast. This is the GFDL. And this basically ramps this thing up to a hurricane with a northward turn up toward New Orleans or Mississippi or South Alabama at 126 hours. And we'll just say for now, this is an outlier. And you toss out the outliers. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? I don't see the mechanism that will turn it that far north. I'd say our friends in South Texas or northern Mexico might have to worry about this a little more, but everybody's in play. It's just way too early in the game. It'll be a matter of waiting and watching, as we always do. There's a look at the shear out there across the Gulf, and there's hardly any. If this thing can make it into the Gulf, it looks like conditions will be favorable for this thing to get its act together. And across the Caribbean, the worst of the shearing is north of the system, so the fact that it's so low latitude is keeping it alive. Let's go through modeling here. This is the GFS, the OZ run, valid at 1 o'clock today. Flat ridge across the deep south at the surface. Our tropical system is kind of hugging the coast of Georgia. And like yesterday and the day before, any showers here should be very isolated. Same thing tomorrow. Tropical system is up a little north of Charleston. Sunday, tropical system is all around the Outer Banks, and around here, again, no real change. Just hot, hazy weather with any showers very isolated. Highs in the low to mid-90s. Monday of next week, we stay unchanged here. We note the tropical system on the GFS is emerging into the southern Gulf. We'll see how it handles it. There's a look at Tuesday. And you can see how it's got a broad low approaching northern Mexico or South Texas at 1,012 millibar low with a huge batch of moisture coming up toward the Texas coastal plain. And then Wednesday of next week, we've got that trough over the east developing. And down below that, the tropical system kind of moves into South Texas with, again, that big plume of moisture coming up through Texas and Louisiana. And around here, we've got a surface front approaching from the north. It might give us, or should give us, an increase in the number of scattered showers and storms. And then Thursday, the front kind of gets down into central Alabama and stalls out. And again, very deep tropical moisture where the system is over Texas. So let's go out there at the end of the cycle, August 3rd. That looks like August 3rd. 588 ridge over much of the country. And again, pretty standard looking summertime weather there. So again, the tropics will be alive and we'll be watching with interest. We'll have the next video here at 3:30 today. And we'll be on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. And, of course, weather details always on the blog, AlabamaWX.com. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful Friday, and God bless.